The second breakthrough comes. They do a research study. There's a researcher at OpenAI named Jared Kaplan, and he leads a group of researchers at OpenAI that includes Dario Amodei, who went on to become the CEO of Anthropic, and actually brought Kaplan with him. And they do a pretty simple experiment. They took basically GPT-2 and said, what happens if we make this bigger? It seems like an obvious thing to check, but there was this whole conventional wisdom in machine learning at this time that says, like, look, you can't make a model too big. If you make it too big, it's just going to memorize the training. And then when you give it new examples, it'll be terrible. And they said, let's check what happens if we actually just make these things bigger and forget about that concern. And what they found in that paper was it gets much better. It like defied the conventional wisdom of decades within the field of machine learning, which was like, don't get too big. Your model's going to stop working if it gets too big. It's going to, it didn't. They're like, oh, it gets better. And not only does it get better, but it gets better pretty fast. And they drew a curve through the data points they had, and they extrapolated that curve, and it went up really fast. And so they said, let's try this. And the thing they tried it on was GPT-3.
The GPT-3 model hype encouraged OpenAI to just make the model bigger, 15 times bigger. The performance was so high that it validated the scaling laws. This sparked a frenzy in Silicon Valley. Soon, Sam Altman was saying that AI would automate the entire economy.
So not only did it jump ahead, it jumped ahead fast. So it really validated this curve. The normies don't know this because they weren't as plugged into the AI world, but this sent Silicon Valley going crazy. And like, oh my God, if we keep making this bigger, GPT-5 or 6, this thing is going to be artificial general intelligence. It'll be able to do anything a human can do. We might only be like 5 years away. All right, so what happens next? Well, they say we need to show this to the public. So ChatGPT is GPT-3 tamed for public consumption. So now the public all knows about this. 4 months later, GPT-4 comes out. And GPT-4 leaped up the curve exactly as predicted. Exactly. Huge leap forward, exactly as predicted by the paper. So now they're like, oh my God, we're like 2 iterations away. Like, this is it. All the money in the world needs to come to us because whoever wins this race is going to control the economy.
But despite this massive scale, we may be reaching diminishing returns.
GPT-5, they started working on it right away. So they build an even bigger data center, an even bigger model. They're calling this Project Orion. By the summer of 2024, so last summer, they finished training this thing. Altman is telling his people this thing is going to blow away GPT-4, and is like, this thing scares me. Scares me what this thing is going to do, right? Like, this is it. We're about to go through the looking glass. They trained this thing, but then it stops working. Slightly better than GPT-4. Like, oh crap. This leaping up the curve every time we make this much bigger, this didn't work anymore. And so there was like this realization of, just making the models bigger and training them on more data, the scaling law broke. It broke around GPT-4.
There's a real risk that there may be inherent limits to current day LLMs. Just adding more data may not be feasible for an exponential increase. Think of it this way. It's like a father saying, my son was born just 10 months ago, and in that time he's gone from crawling to walking, and recently he's started running. In 2 years, little Timmy is definitely going to be able to fly. Obviously, that's not how it works, but it's the same concept here.
There are certain limitations, mathematical limitations, that are not crossable by scaling up. I show it clearly mathematically in my book.
So there were many different ideas of how to advance AI.